lesson.
Okay, do I start now? Okay, so hi guys. Today I will be teaching you guys perspective in art, and we will be utilizing perspective techniques to draw this house. So if you want to take a picture of this, you can. You don't have to because you can just follow along with everything I do. But I'll give you a second to take a picture. Okay, so what is perspective? So perspective in art, perspective is used in art to make a drawing on a 2D surface appear three-dimensional. So to give it the illusion of depth. And a very simple technique you can use to draw in perspective is called the two-point perspective. So I will be drawing a cube to demonstrate two-point perspective. You don't have to draw this. You can just observe because we will be drawing the house using the same technique later. So usually in two-point perspective is used to draw cube-like shapes in perspective. So like a cube. And usually it's going to be viewed, we are going to be viewing the cube from a corner. So two of the sides are visible to us. And on the left side, all of the lines are going to be going to one vanishing point. And on the right side, it will be going to another vanishing point. So the two vanishing points, which are going to be on the same line called the horizon line. So why is this? This is because things get smaller when the further away it is from you. So by using points at the end, points on a line, you can very easily make all of the lines get closer together the farther it goes. So this is how you do it. So by drawing a horizon line, you can place two vanishing points where all the lines are going to converge. And you can place the corner line of the cube down, and then make lines from the vanishing points to the cube, to the line, like this. This way you can easily get the effect that the shape is getting smaller and smaller the further away it is from you. Like this. And then you can draw in the sides, the lines on the sides. And then you have a very simple cube shape that is in perspective. Like that. And so today we will be using this technique on a house, this house, which is very good to use two-point perspective on because it has a square shape. It has a very square shape, like that. Okay, so I will be putting this aside and then we can start on the paper. So the first thing you want to do is get out your pencil and your eraser and some sort of straight edge that you can use so you can draw lines with it. It can be a pencil or it can be a ruler, which you don't have to use this, but this will make this drawing much easier to follow.
Can we
go
and can we just go and get a ruler? Because
yes,
don't do anything while we're
okay.
去搵個間尺啊，今日需要個間尺啊。Sean, the pencil that you were using just now, we can't see on the screen. Can you try drawing another line?
Oh, okay, yes.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, good.
Okay, I think they're ready.
Yeah, we've got our rulers.
Okay, good. So the first step to drawing perspective is to draw a horizon line. So what is the horizon line? The horizon line is basically your line of sight. It's where you are directly looking at. So this changes depending on which way you are looking. So for the horizon line, it can be very helpful to find the horizon line of a drawing always before you start drawing. So how to find a horizon line? So we will use this as an example. So horizon line is where all of the horizontal lines are going to be straight. So there is no converging of lines. So you can find it by examining the lines. So we can make this a lot lighter. So you can see this line. This line is on a curve. No, it's not on a curve. It's on a slant. So you know this is not the horizon line because it is converging towards the horizon line. And this part is going upwards, also slanting upwards. So this is also not the line. But then if you see this line and here, it's pretty straight over here. So you can estimate that the horizon line is about here when you translate it onto paper. So the horizon line for this is fairly low because you are looking up at the house at a slight angle. So you're seeing more of the sky. So the horizon line would be lower. It would be the same if you're looking more downwards at the ground, then the horizon line will be higher. So let's draw our horizon line. So the horizon line is fairly low. So we can draw it about near the bottom half of our paper, about more than halfway, like a quarter from the lower bottom part. So you can draw in your line. You don't have to draw it that dark. You can just draw it lightly. And then we will plot in our two vanishing points. So for this drawing, the paper is our limitation here because usually the vanishing points are not perfectly on the paper. They may be very far beyond the paper, but for the sake of this lesson, we will have the horizon lines at the ends of each paper.
You want us to draw this line now?
Yes, this line.
Okay.
And then after you finish the line, you can put 2 points on the opposite sides of this paper, very far apart to give you more room in the middle for the house. So after you're done that, we will start with the basic shape of the house. We will start with the box part. So this box is what we will draw first. This is the main body of the house. So we will draw a shape like this, and then we will move on to draw the roof, which is a different shape. And afterwards, we can add details to it. So
How big is that supposed to be?
I will draw it onto the paper now.
Okay,
So
yeah, so we get some idea.
yes, so we can start by estimating how big the house is. So the lowest point of the house is, you can draw it like this, a little bit below your horizon line. And then the highest point is over here near the top of the house. I will put these dimensions in, and then you guys can also put it in. And then the side of the house, we can be estimated to be over here. And then it's bigger on the other side. So somewhere like that.
So are we to do this now?
Yes, make sure to do it lightly, because we will be erasing the guidelines afterwards, after we're finished with the shape. So what you want to do now is
Hang on, we
always
haven't done this yet.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So we always start with the corner of the shape. So the corner of this shape. So what we do is we draw a line vertically down about a little to the left of the middle of the page, from our highest point to our lowest point. Make sure it's vertical. Make sure it's very straight down the middle, like this. And that will be the corner of the house. So this is the full height of the house. We will be drawing the base of the house first. So the base of the house is about here, less than halfway to the top. And this will create the red shape here, the height of the red shape. So if you're done that, put points at put 2 points here and here at the bottom and the top of the main shape. And then what you can start doing is take your ruler or your straight edge and bring these points, draw a line from these points to the vanishing point. So like this, and the other side as well. And then do it for the lowest dot as well. So this is what you do. And after you're finished this, we can draw in the other two walls of this house. And you can estimate it like this, about halfway to the vanishing point for the right side. And also the left side will be much closer. So ignore these lines we did. This is going to be the final width of the house. So that now you got the basic shape of the house down. And now we can move on to constructing our roof. As we can see, I will move this up so you can see. As you can see, the roofs of the house are not exactly fitting the shape of the house. So we will be drawing 2 guidelines here to help us determine where the roof will start. And the roof is a triangular shape, which means you will have to find the middle line down the center of the roof. And we can do that with a very simple trick. So let's draw in the guidelines for our roof.
Can we do it and you not do like 6 lines before we know? Okay.
Okay.
So we're drawing in those 2 lines.
Yes, this will be the base of your roof.
Mm-hmm. How far from the center line? Just
From the center,
slightly. From that point.
Yes, slightly to the right of the center line and a little to the left of the end.
Okay.
Okay, so once you do that, we'll have to find the center line of our roof. So an easy way to do that, to find the center line of a flat surface, is by drawing a line, drawing 2 lines from opposite corners to make a cross, to make an X shape. Do this lightly, and then you have the center here. This point is going to be the exact center of your flat surface.
So, oh, you're doing like a cross?
Yes.
I can't see it.
I can bring it up a little bit. So a cross from opposite ends.
Just
and then
across.
the middle, in the middle will be the center line.
So we need to put a line in the middle?
Yes.
Okay. Mine doesn't
And
look
then
very square.
And then you can do the same for the other roof with the 2 middle lines we created earlier. And then we have our 2 center lines for the roofs.
Okay, let us do that then, okay?
Yes.
Sean,
Hi.
the techniques that you are teaching today is very, very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm just watching your lesson and I learned today how to create that horizon line. So yeah, thank you. Your technique is very, very good.
Thank you. I will just extend the top line a little bit for our roof later. Are you guys finished with the crosses?
Yes, I have. I think the others.
Okay, so what you want to do now is draw the center line all the way from the lowest point of the shape to the highest point we established earlier. So draw a line like that.
So that's the center line then that
Yes,
we put
the
in.
center. Yeah, that will be the
Okay.
center for our roof. So this part.
Oh.
And we will create the same one here later. So now that you have this down, you can draw in the triangle shape of the roof by connecting the top point here to these 2 corners on your main building.
Oh dear, I don't know. Hmm.
And after you're finished that, you can create the top line of the roof, which is also going towards the vanishing point. So all of the horizontal lines will be going to one of the two vanishing points. So we can do that by using a ruler, a flat surface, and make sure it's connecting this dot to the vanishing point. So you can do this lightly at first to not make any mistakes. And then you have the roof. We will not be completing this part first, as the other roof will be covering it a little. So after you're done with this roof, draw out the center line for the other roof. Be very careful with your lines. It doesn't have to be dark.
It's going up to the top line, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And looking at the picture, you can see that our left roof is taller than our right roof by a little bit. So we will be marking the top point of our roof a little bit lower than the other one.
On the line we just drew?
Yes, a little bit lower than the top line.
Okay. Mine looks, I don't know.
And the next part we will be creating is the top of the other roof, which is going the opposite direction of the other roof because it's going to the other vanishing point. So to do that, line the top of this point to the vanishing point. But you don't have to draw it all the way. Just make sure it's lined up so you know the line is in perspective. So all you have to do is connect this point to the top of the roof like this. You don't have to go any further.
Oh, not any further than that? Just to
Yes.
the little... Oh,
Yeah.
boy, I don't know.
From there to where? Oh, okay. Different from mine. Okay.
So now, after you're done, you can start cleaning up some of the lines. You can carefully erase the center line.
Just hang on a moment.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, it's not so easy with a ruler. You can't see when you put it down. So you want us to erase which line?
The center line all the way down to this point, because
Okay.
this line does not exist on this roof. So we want to get rid of it
I think
right
this
now.
is-
And
So
the
I will-
marking across, okay.
Yes.
Mine looks a little lopsided, but that's
Mine does too.
okay. Let's see. I did that.
So the line on that center line, you want us to erase that too? Yeah,
Yes, but not for the body of the house, because
Okay.
this line is important.
oh dear.
while you're doing that, I will be connecting these little dots to create the shape of the other roof.
Hang on, we're going to be doing it with you, aren't we?
Yes, I will just place this here so you know where it needs
Which
to
one?
go.
Oh,
Okay. Oh,
that goes from the top to where? To that one. Oh, to that one there. Okay.
and then the other side too?
Yes, the
Oh,
other
just
side.
one side. Okay.
Oh,
that's-
both sides.
Okay, that one. And then the top to which one is that?
So the right side is much smaller.
Yes. This is because the left side is facing us
Mhm.
more.
Oh, I can't even
Yeah,
find
it's
it.
beginning to take shape a bit now.
Yeah.
I wish I could see the same. Okay, I can find the dots. Is that the right one? Okay.
And now when you look at the roof, there is this line going from here to the top, which basically is the entirety of the roof. And we can very easily do that by connecting this point down to this point.
But mine isn't straight.
So mine
This,
is
it
But-
doesn't,
Oh,
It doesn't
this part
matter.
doesn't, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Mhm.
doesn't make any sense here. Oh, wait a minute. Is that one? No, that's not the one. It's from there.
It's like
So after that-
geometry.
Yeah.
Something seems to be missing in mine.
Oh, all the geometric shapes.
After this, you can finish off this roof by creating a line here, a slanted line. We can estimate it about the same slant as that line, like that.
That one, too. That's the wrong one.
You can also start cleaning up any of the useless lines. So we can take away all of these lines we used to find the vanishing point.
We'll have to watch you because we could take important lines out.
Yes. So
Then our
this
house
top
will
line.
collapse. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that side.
Yep. And then the second line from the
Hang on.
top.
Why did you go there?
Well, we can take that out. Okay.
So the line across at the top in the other roof, we take that out too.
Yep.
Oh, I don't. Wait a bit. What line did you just take out? This one on the side.
Yes. This line from here to here.
Okay.
And then you can do the same to the very, very lowest line down there. Be careful not to take away the horizon line.
Are we to get rid of the dot? Oh, the dot's still there, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
very important not to get rid of the dot because we will be
Okay.
using it.
Excuse me, may I ask you? Like when we are learning, we have to using the ruler and mark the line. But when people they're professional, do they still do those line or just eyeball them?
Yes, professionals still need to use the lines.
Oh, you don't eyeball. You still
Yeah.
draw the line and then erase the line.
Yeah, especially with professionals, they want to be as accurate as possible. So it's very
Oh.
important to follow it.
Oh, hang on, I've got more lines. So the line at the top, we're erasing those two.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
and then the one at the bottom. And then we'll
Okay.
do it to these two lines on the left side, the top and the bottom one, not the horizon line.
Hang on.
You can do it once you're ready.
Okay.
Oh dear, what's that? It's 215.
Excuse me, the pencil I use, it doesn't matter what number pencil. Is there a
It,
set number?
the number doesn't really matter right now.
Oh, okay.
Just try to control your lines so they don't get too dark and heavy, or else it will be harder to draw later.
Okay. Thank you.
I think that's
Oh,
Mr.
so wait a
Line.
bit.
Oh,
What lines are you? So all those lines on the side, except the middle line, we take it. It's all right. The
Yes.
phone just went. I didn't answer it, but I missed that. Yeah.
So now the only line outside of the house that's left is the horizon line.
Oh,
Okay.
so when we start, is the lightest line we can do is the better, right?
Yeah, the lighter, the better.
Okay.
After this, we can start adding more details like windows, doors, and chimneys, and it will be following all the same rules.
Okay.
Oh, I erased the line on the left-hand side, the one going straight down. Was I supposed to do that?
This one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's fine. You can erase it.
Okay.
We don't need it anymore.
We don't need it. Okay.
But as
So-
the draw is finished, so the horizon line still keeps there, is it?
Yes, horizon line you still keep.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So this part is optional. If you think you want to give this drawing more depth, you can do this step or you can skip it. Because this part, you see how the roof is hanging over. So this part that is hanging over,
Mm-hmm.
we will be drawing this now. So to do that, we will be following the perspective guidelines we established. So first, we'll do the very left corner. Make sure to line it up with the vanishing point, and we'll bring it out from the corner just a little bit, like about that much. So like half of the tip of your pencil.
So it's going out from the house?
Yeah. It's going out, away from the house.
Yeah. And just a smaller thing. Okay.
Yes. And you can do the same for all of the other two corners. So a little bit out from here as well. And then at the very top.
And we're using that line there. Okay.
Yes, make sure, try to make it
Hang on.
as equal in length as you can.
And hang on, I've got two in. Where was the third line that you were going
At the-
out?
At the very tip of the
at the tip.
roof.
Just
Yes.
on that one.
Just extending the length or we have to do some angle.
Extending the length at the same angle that we already have. So you don't have to find any new angles.
Oh, okay. The same angle.
After you're done that, you can just connect the top, make sure it is parallel to each other as much as possible. And this will be creating the hanging part of the roof, and it will make this house look more like a house. After you do
Maybe
that,
your house. It doesn't necessarily mean our house is going to
yeah,
look.
yeah, it will look more like the reference picture.
Yes. Oh, dear. Oh. I feel like I'm an architect here.
Architect in training.
Yes, or a draftsperson. Okay,
And then
so
we can
that's
do for
that.
the other side. So from this tip, the tip that we extended down
Right.
to this part,
Oh, okay.
Down to where?
down
Oh,
to
the line, the
yeah.
line. Okay. I don't know.
And,
There's so many lines here. Goodness.
and then we have the
Don't
hanging part.
forget, you've done this lots of times. This is our first time.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that looks pretty good.
And then to make it look better, you can erase the old line. So we don't need the old line anymore,
Oh.
and we can erase it.
Okay, which one was the old one? Oh, this one.
And you can also erase the overlapping parts at the top over there. So then the roof is clean now.
Hang on. So the two lines are okay.
And we can also do it for the other side, and it will be much easier. So
Just hang on, because we could erase vital parts of the house.
Oh, I
We're
think I
not
just
supposed
did.
to. Okay, what's the other part we're going to erase?
so the other part, we've erased this line, and then we can erase the two lines in this corner.
Oh, okay, at the top.
Yes, so then there's no lines on this roof anymore.
So you haven't erased it yet?
I've already erased it. This part.
Okay, that one.
I can erase it a little more cleanly.
I don't know if that is. Oh, yes. I think that's okay. Oh, almost.
So for the other side, we also extend it a little bit. It's very easy. So just make sure to put your ruler at exactly on the line. And then we can just extend it a little bit, like that big, smaller than the other side, like the tip of your lead. Very small. Do the same to the top, line it up exactly straight, and extend it a little bit, and then connect the dots, make
Hang
sure
on,
it's,
are we extending it
I mean,
going down or going up? I can't see. Oh, I see, straight across.
straight across.
And then the top straight across.
And then you can connect it, make sure it's parallel.
Oh, yeah.
And now you can
Hang on.
erase the old line.
Oh, no, I have the wrong one.
Which one are we? Oh, the one at the top?
Oh, that's the wrong
Yes.
one. Okay.
Oh dear, I don't know. The one inside? That's not
Yeah,
too
inside the old roof line. So after
Hang on a
that-
moment, hang on. I think I've got too many lines. What other line at the top am I erasing?
only one line, which is this line.
Oh, so I shouldn't have a line by the peak. Oh, I see.
Yes.
Now what I've done, I've got, okay. Just hang on a moment. I've got to erase that line. Oh, this is complicated.
Oh, yes. Sean, your house looks like a house. Mine kind of doesn't.
Ah.
Ah, I think I have too much roof. That's good for a snowfall coming down.
The snow won't stay on the roof.
So we erase which line? This one,
Oh dear.
this one.
How are you doing, Louise?
I catching up, try to catch up.
Yeah.
So hopefully
Oh,
I
look
don't
what I did
clear
wrong.
some of the line
Should
I
have
missed.
been straight down. Okay, I found one of my mistakes.
Because I first class. I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah,
attend
first
last
time.
class.
I've never drawn a house like this, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. We learned something.
So hang on. Oh, so that's
Found one of
there.
my mistakes, so I hope
That's
I can
there.
change that.
I missed something. Yeah. And
Let's see,
then
where's the end? Here's the end.
what this line for?
You think? You're not slanted enough. No, it's slanted enough.
Okay.
Okay. So after you are done with that step, we can move on to the other roof. So unlike this roof where we had to extend it, this part we have to draw into it because the roof is also protruding. So what we can do is draw a triangle inside of it like this. This one is parallel to this, and the bottom line is parallel to this. And then it will create a depth. They'll create the inside wall. So let's do that right now.
Fix that right.
So
It should be straight down, but it doesn't look that way.
we can put a point here. And
How far down? Not very far.
like
Okay.
this much width to give it some width. Yeah. So make sure it's parallel. Make sure it follows the perspective. So line this dot, which is a little bit above this point, like here. Make sure to line it up with the vanishing point.
I'm not
And
sure
then-
what you're joining here.
Yeah, me too.
So we are going to be drawing
Can you
this
repeat it? Yeah.
low part, this low part.
This low
Mm.
part.
So this part.
This, oh, okay.
Oh, to the end. Okay.
Yes, but don't draw it quite to the end. So about here.
Oh, just
This way.
past the center line. Okay, past
Yeah.
that line. Oh,
This way we can join the top point that we made earlier with this part, and it will be parallel to this line.
I think mine is too slanted.
is it supposed to be straight or on a slant? I think hang on, I have to do. You want it straight across.
For the bottom line,
Yeah.
the bottom line, not it has to follow perspective. So
Hang on, what? Yeah, but I don't understand where you went to for that point. You were going where? To the dot?
to over here. Put a little dot a little beside
okay.
the right side, and make sure it's going towards the vanishing point. So that's the most important part, that it's in perspective.
I might be doing this wrong. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah,
I
you're
will
not the one. That's okay. I'm too.
I will draw in the shape, and we will observe it better. So it's going to form like a triangle shape.
So a little bit over.
Yeah, but it's hard for us to visualize because we haven't
Yeah.
done this before. So
Yes. So
we have to follow you or
so draw a line from the
This one.
top to
From the
this
top?
point. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
from the point that we put on the top.
The
Yes.
very top?
Yeah, down to
Okay.
here to connect with the other line. And then you've got this triangle shape that is the same angles as the roof.
But that doesn't look right. Okay, then.
And
And
then
the
are we
final-
going to clean the lines inside?
First, we have to connect this point. So this point, the corners of the inside triangle with the corner of the outside triangle. So just connect this,
Oh, no, this is wrong.
and then that's all.
That's okay. On both sides,
Only on
the
this
right side.
Yes.
Oh.
So after you're done that, you can clean the lines inside. So first up, we'll clean the line across. That is the roof.
It's so faint we can't see.
Okay, I will bring it up.
Oh dear.
So we've just cleaned
The line
the
there,
top
yeah.
roof
One
line.
of the- Okay, I cleaned that line up. Okay. I think I did the right one.
There. And the line going across, do we? Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry
And the
about
next-
this, but I'm finding this quite confusing.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
very confusing when you first start learning.
I hope I didn't erase the wrong thing.
And you know what, Sheila, like this is your first time, so yeah, don't try to get it perfect.
No, I know.
Just enjoy the process.
Yeah.
And
But I know
will
that
get better.
if you
It will get
erase a bunch of lines you need, you won't be able to do
Mhm.
the thing. Okay.
And the next line we will erase, the final line, is just the vertical line that we drew before to find the center. So this is the only vertical line on this roof. So bring it down to the lowest point of the roof. And then it will look something like this.
See which one?
Okay, just keep that there so we can look at it. It's there and
Which one? was
so
it?
oh, okay, that
Oh, now I know what I did wrong here.
so the line going across, we erase that too. Yeah.
You can also erase any lines you have above the roof.
I think I did that one before. Still missing something. Few too many. What I had in mind.
So the next parts we want to draw is this little roof window over here, along with the chimney. And then we can also do the same for the window on the other side. So what we do first is we want to determine the height of the roof. So let's plot a few points to locate it. So for the lower part of the roof, put a line about a third of the distance up. Right here, a third of the distance. Actually, a fourth of the distance to the top.
3 or 4.
Yeah. And then for the top of the roof, like another fourth down from the tip. And this will be the exact same on the other side. We will be determining the height of the other window by using perspective because they are on the exact same line.
Are you doing the other window yet or not?
Oh, we will start with the first window.
First window first. Okay, sounds good. So what do you want us to do?
So after you plot the dots, we can make another dot in the center. This will separate the roof from the actual window. After that, we want to determine the width of the window. So what we will do first is connect the bottom two lines, bottom two dots, and then we will create one of the wall, the corner wall. And then for the other side, lightly make a line about a little bit away from the roof. That is like this, maybe a little bit longer. So lightly create a line like this. This will be the other corner of the window. This way, we will know when to stop when we draw the line in perspective. So
Mine doesn't seem to be that wide.
it's okay if it's a little thinner or wider.
Mhm.
You don't have to have the exact same dimensions. Just make
Okay.
sure these lines are there and they are parallel to each other.
Mhm.
Okay, so what you want to do now is connect the bottom dot with the vanishing point. And we're going to draw the lower part of the window, but we don't draw the whole way. We stop at this soft line. So we stopped at that line. So draw, stop. When you reach this line, stop. You don't have to draw any further. And then you can do the same with the second line in the middle, match it up with the vanishing point, and then bring it across and stop at this soft line. And then now you have a square shape for the window.
Oh, yeah, I think that's the only thing I did right. Oh, yeah, I can see that.
After that, you want to do the same with the top line, but do a soft line because we will be erasing this line later. So very softly make a line there. Doesn't have to go very far. It just has to be a little bit.
And we're using that point on the dot on the right-hand side to do the line? Or just
Yes,
doing the line?
We're doing the line to the vanishing point at the very right side.
Oh.
So after you finish that, we will be drawing another cross to find the center. So using your pencil and your ruler, connect the opposite ends. Make sure to do this very lightly. So a very light cross. And then mark the middle line. After this, you can bring it up to the soft line we made earlier. And then do the same thing we did with the other roofs and connect this top point to the sides to create the triangle. So I will do that very quickly. Like that. And then do the same for the other side.
So we're going in the middle, drawing a line up to the line, okay. The top.
Yes.
And then
And then connect the middle point at the very top to the corners of the window we just created.
I think it's using the ruler, it's not, the lines aren't quite the same. But never mind.
The slanted lines,
Okay.
mine look the same. Yeah. And then what we do is we draw another line that is from this point to the very top point to the vanishing point. So make sure you line it up and draw softly, only a little bit. We don't need a lot. Softly like that. That's the top of the roof.
But how, oh, okay.
and do the same for the second line as well. From the second point to the vanishing point. Then what you want to do is start from this point and create a line up there, up to this point, that is parallel to this roof line. So everything is the same angle upwards. Make sure it's parallel. And we bring it up to this point. And all we have to do now is go from this point to the top line with a line that is parallel to this roof line. So like that. So it's parallel. After this, you can erase the other lines that are outside of this shape. So like this part, and this part.
John? John, can you hear me?
Oh, hi, yes.
Don't worry about finishing the lesson in the drawing in one lesson.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We can bring it next week, can't
yes, correct, yeah. So I think it's important that because they are following very well. Your instruction is very good, very clear. But I think this may take more than one lesson to finish, which is completely fine.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Did you erase the line in the middle of to the left side? Yeah, inside you did, yeah. Okay.
You can also erase the lines on the inside
Yeah.
of the shape, not this part, this line, the vertical line and the cross.
We can erase the cross.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can also always go in at any time to make any of the lines that we are keeping, that we established, darker. You can, or you don't have to.
We can do that at home though, can't we?
Yeah, you can do that. You can make the lines sharper and darker.
Mhm.
So after that, we will be creating the exact same thing on the other side.
What time does the lesson go on till?
2:30.
2:30, I believe.
2:30. Okay. So then you want us to do what?
The other window. So how we do that is, you see this edge of our house. It's going to line up with the window, so we can just draw a line up here from the roof. I will redraw my line because it is
Hang on, I didn't-
slightly
yeah.
slanted. So like from our wall here, corner, we draw a line upwards from the roof. And then because the windows are going to be exactly on the same lines, we can just use our ruler, match it up with the lines on the left window, and bring it over here. But before that, we need to draw the other line.
I don't know what line you put in there. What line did you just put in?
Oh,
You said to match from the other window.
Yes, the only line you should have right now is this
That
line.
Okay,
Yes.
from the roof.
Yeah, and we will create another line on the left side. So from this line, the second line over here, go a little bit to the right. So like about that much to the right. And then lightly, so very lightly draw a line here. And then now you see we have the two lines that will be forming the windows. So after you have done that, then we can do the matching from the left side. To keep things in perspective, make sure the line is lined up exactly on the left side. So we can draw in the exact same line on the right side and make sure it is within the two lines we just drew before. And as you can see, everything lines up to go to the vanishing point. And now we can do that for the top line.
Was that from the top of the window?
Yes, from the top of the
Okay.
window
You went where?
to the vanishing point. But this window is a bit flat, so we have to.
Sorry, I didn't get that. Where you went from the window down to what? Another line across the window?
Yes, another line across the window, all the way down to the vanishing point. So make sure it lines up with the window.
Oh boy.
And
Oh, mine's very small. Oh, yours is small too, yeah.
so we want to adjust that. That is not correct. So
Mhm.
erase this outer line that we made earlier. And instead of that line, we will draw a line from closer to the other line, like that.
Oh boy, I don't know what you're doing here. A line
Okay.
going down that we had already.
Yes,
Okay.
but that line wasn't the best.
No, I
So
know.
just move it into the closer. This way, the shapes will appear more similar.
Well, my windows aren't equal or anything. Yeah.
So try to adjust it to make it as equal as possible.
Oh dear. You mean make the line higher up?
No, we don't move the horizontal lines, but we can move the vertical lines. So that was the line we had previously. We just moved it a little bit
In.
yes. you can add more lines to make the box more pop out a little more by adding some lines, but you can also just do that after class.
What line did you
No.
add?
I just added upon the old lines to make it
Oh, make it
pop out more.
darker.
Yeah, make it darker. After you have this box shape, do the cross again to find the middle line, but this time you can do it very lightly, almost as if there's no line at all. Lightly will make it easier to clean up afterwards. And now we have a center point. So let me show you guys.
Oh dear.
So it's very light cross. After you have the center line, use a ruler and bring the line up. We can always erase it later. So and now you can find the top of the roof by using the tip of the other roof and bring it all the way down to the vanishing point. So you can bring this dot down to here and just put a point there.
That roof. Oh dear. Where am I putting the point in the middle?
Yes, on the middle line, and make sure it lines up with the other roof and the vanishing point. So this roof, the small roof, is very close to the top roof. So we will just use that line. If it's not, then connect the top point with the corners like that. And do it to the other side as well. So we have a triangle roof. After that, we can do the same thing we did to the other side. And bring the lines, the points, draw lines from the top point and the middle point, not the lower point. Make sure it matches with the vanishing point on the left side, like this. And you can draw a line. And then do the same for the second
Hang on,
point.
where are we drawing the line?
So draw lines from the top point
Okay.
and the middle point towards the vanishing point. So line it up with the leftmost point.
That's one line. And where was the other line? My ruler doesn't come in line with it. Okay, oh, I see the roof, yeah. Oh, this ruler is not the best thing. Mhm.
So after that, you can go from this line. So the roof line over there, make a line that is parallel to that line, but from the bottom left corner of our window. Make it go up to here, just like the other side, like a shape like that. So after that, we can do another line parallel to this one down to that corner, and then we have a roof. After this, you can start cleaning up.
I'm sorry, which line is going from where?
So we have a line going from here to here, and a line from this point to that point.
So a line coming down. I'm lost here.
So it's like the same as the left one. You can take your left one as reference.
And then a line. Oh dear.
After that, you can start cleaning up the lines inside. If you accidentally erase anything, you can always go back in with a pencil and a ruler and draw it in.
I don't think I've done mine right, but never mind. Oh dear.
You're not the
I
only
can't
one.
see the thing.
I will bring it closer to.
Okay, that's better. So that's supposed to have a line across there.
I think I'm doing exactly what you said, but it doesn't look the same.
I'm finding that my ruler does not, when I draw the line, it's not right. Yeah, hang on. That's there. And there.
Okay. One's those. That is strong. That is strong.
So after we finish that, we will just go ahead and add this little balcony area on the side of the house. After we do that, we will have basically the shape of the house down. Everything down. And before we forget, let's draw the chimney. So for the chimney, you want to first mark its location. Make sure it's in perspective, so we will use a paper. So draw a dot above your window, a little to the left, top left side of your window, draw a dot. That will be the lowest point of our chimney. And then we will go straight up, make a line higher than the roof, a little bit higher than the roof.
Straight up.
And that will be the height of our chimney. So after you have this line down, it doesn't have to be exactly here. After you have this line down, you can go to the right a bit. It can be any distance from the line we have. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but just lightly draw a line. Draw a line. This will be the other side of our chimney. Just make sure it goes beyond both sides so we have enough line for when we measure the perspective.
Oh, wait a minute, that's wrong. That's almost on the valance.
After that, we will take our ruler and we will make sure it matches with the vanishing point and bring it up to the lowest point for our chimney. And then we will draw a line, matching this down to the other side, like that. And then we'll do the same thing for the top. Match the vanishing point to the top left corner. After we have that set, draw a line down.
I'm going.
And that is the basic shape for the right side of the chimney. You can erase any of the protruding lines that we don't need anymore. So all you have left with is the shape. That's what you want. Now we want to determine the width of our chimney. So draw a line to the left about this much, about almost halfway to the roof, to the end of the roof.
A line from the chimney. Oh, I don't know.
Yes, on the
Okay.
other side of the chimney.
Oh, this is to be the, okay. This needs to come up higher.
Yes, you can bring it higher and lower.
Like chimney. Mhm. A line up.
Oh, I did it wrong.
And now you want to make a line parallel. Actually, we might need to erase this line. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I was looking already.
Return to this stage.
Okay.
And what you want to do is have this point. This point is the important point. Make the bottom left corner and then have it be parallel to the roof. And then we'll draw a line to the top of the roof, like that.
Okay.
Are we matching it to the dot or just going straight up?
Matching it to from the dot to the top of the chimney, the top of the roof. And then after that, you
Just
have,
hang on a moment.
yes,
Okay.
you can draw a line from here, this line, upwards, lightly, because we still need to determine the top of the chimney.
What?
So a line like this,
Oh.
and then the final step for the chimney is we take this corner, the very top corner, and bring it down, line it up with the left vanishing point.
Okay.
And then you can connect these two lines. And then now we have a chimney. You can go in and erase the excess lines and as well as the roof line that is cutting through it.
Oh, I think I got that.
Like that. I will bring it up closer so everyone can see.
That's good.
What if you don't think your chimney's high enough off the roof? Do you just extend the lines and do it? I guess we
Oh,
can do that after.
Yeah, you can extend it as much as you want, but you have to extend it vertically, but then you have to always match the top tip in the center with the vanishing point to create the new lines. Like this. Let's say I want to extend my chimney right now to here. I've extended it to this point. So to find the new lines, I will take my straight edge from this point down to the vanishing point, make a line, and then do it to the other side as well, to the vanishing point. And then I can make a line like this, and then connect it back to the chimney. And now I've extended it.
But mine is not, like yours isn't very far going down. Mine is more, it's further down. Oh, I'll try and do it. I
It's
don't
further
know.
down.
Yeah.
It is perfectly fine if it's further down.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes.
But okay, how did you you have to go to for that, I don't know. I'm sort of.
This is probably a good place to stop, Sean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we carry on next week.
So we can carry on next week. So now we should have the shape of the house down with good accurate perspectives.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Next time we can add the windows and the doors, and we can do a little shading if you guys want. And then we would have a finished house constructed using 2-point perspective.
It's not easy.